Hi, this is Patrice Perillie. I want to thank the staff of CARECEN, Raquel, Anna, the board, and everyone for inviting me to participate with you this evening in the 30th anniversary of the foundation of CARECEN. I want to thank Honorable Luis Gutierrez for honoring us with his presence. I just wanted to share with you some of my early memories of the foundation of CARECEN. I was a young law graduate. I just recently graduated from the American University Washington College of Law, and I had just finished an internship with the Bureau of Human Rights and Humanitarian Affairs at the Department of State. And there I was writing political asylum advisory opinions and working on drafting country reports. And I began to realize how important a role policy played in the actual implementation of the 1980 Refugee Act, and that it really wasn't being applied fairly in the case of Salvadorans and Guatemalans. So when a young Salvadoran attorney who had himself fled the violence in El Salvador, Joaquin Dominguez Parada, asked me to join with him in founding an organization to help the thousands of refugees who were fleeing their war-torn homeland, I immediately said yes and dedicated the next 7 years of my life to building a nationwide network of refugee self-help organizations. These are some of the best memories of my life. I'm so happy that CARECEN is still here today doing the wonderful work that it's doing, and it couldn't have done so without the help of some early staff members of the Central American Refugee Center, some of whom I'd just like to recognize this evening. Saul, of course, Salvadoran, our dear belated friend, was a young organizer with the American Friends Service Committee when Joaquin and I met him, and we immediately recognized his organizing talents, and we asked him to join us at CARECEN as Joaquin and I left for the San Francisco Bay Area to form the San Francisco office of the Central American Refugee Center. And since then, I know Saul has done an incredible job leading this organization, and both Joaquin and I are indebted to him and would like to let you know that our hearts go out to all of you. We know how much you have suffered from his loss. I also want to mention a few other early staff members. One of the first attorneys we ever hired to help with the legal work at CARECEN was Honorable William Van Wyck, who's now become one of the country's probably most liberal and kind immigration judges. He's got started at CARECEN, and he's gone on to do exemplary work for all immigrants. And I want to thank Honorable Van Wyck. I hope he's present this evening representing our early staff. I couldn't be present because I'm currently working in the southern state of Oaxaca in Mexico. I'm here working on a very important human rights project called La Abogada del Pueblo. I'm trying to set up a virtual law firm so that when we do get comprehensive immigration reform, we will be able to provide legal services to everyone in Mexico, from the smallest hill country all the way to the biggest capital cities of the states of Mexico, in accessing legal services online so that all may be eligible for the coveted guest worker visas. Our campaign motto is No Más Muertos en el Desierto. That means no more death along our deserts. And so we do hope that Congressman Gutierrez and all of the people of CARECEN will succeed in obtaining justice for the immigrants in our country. I also would like to mention a few other early staff members. Many of you do not know this, but Jody Williams, who is our Nobel Peace Prize laureate, actually was a roommate of Joaquin and I early on in CARECEN. And I think she would agree that some of the organizing tactics that she used in the anti-landmine campaign we learned from the Salvadoran people like Saul and Joaquin and some of the early organizers. So those are just a few of the people who've gone on to do marvelous work, having got their start at CARECEN. And I know that many refugees went on to do marvelous things as well. Unfortunately, it was difficult to stay up with many of you over the years, but I hold fond memories of all of the clients and staff and board members and contributors and donors, and I'm really excited. I never thought CARECEN would still exist 30 years from now. It's a legacy that Joaquin and I have proudly left behind, and we encourage you to continue doing the wonderful work and fighting for comprehensive immigration reform. It's really has come time that we end the human rights violations along the U.S.-Mexico border. And I think it's up to all of us to work together to achieve this. Thank you again for your invitation, and I wish CARECEN great success in its next 30 years. Goodbye.